The first translation of the complete Bible into the English language was done in the latter part of the 14th century and was primarily the work of John Wycliffe, aided by Nicholas de Hereford and John Purvey. They translated from the Latin Vulgate into what was called Middle English, and before the invention of printing by movable type. As a result, all extant Wycliffe Bibles are in manuscript. In 1408, the English clergy, by what were termed the Constitutions of Oxford, prohibited the possession of an English Bible unless permission was granted by a bishop. As a result, for more than a century, a vernacular Bible was prohibited to the English people. Nevertheless, the Lollards, followers of Wycliffe, kept the desire for an English Bible alive by secretly copying and distributing copies of the Scriptures. In the 15th century, several important events occurred, including the invention of printing by movable type and the recovery of the Greek language in the West, which set the stage for the translation and printing of an English Bible. There were three individuals associated with the translation and printing of the first generation of English Bibles in the 16th century. We will note their contributions briefly. The first was William Tyndale, and he is properly called the pioneer of the printed English Bible. His desire was that the plowboy, a common person of lower economic status and who frequently lacked formal education, would know more of the Scripture than the religious leaders. He led the way with translations of the complete New Testament in 1526, the books of Moses in 1530, and a translation of the book of Jonah. Tragically, his work was cut short, and he did not live to complete work on the entire Bible. The second was Miles Coverdale, who was a faithful helper of William Tyndale. While he lacked Tyndale's profound knowledge of the Greek and Hebrew languages, he was skillful in phrasing the English language. In 1535, he revised Tyndale's New Testament and books of Moses, translated the remaining books from Latin and German, and printed them together to complete the first English Bible. This Bible was known as the Coverdale Bible. The third was John Rogers, who discovered previously unknown translations of the books from Joshua to 2 Chronicles, completed by Tyndale before his arrest and martyrdom. Rogers incorporated them with the other books of the Coverdale Bible and printed them in 1537. This edition was called the Matthew's Bible, and there is evidence to believe that the Matthew's Bible was the first Bible authorized by King Henry VIII for distribution to the English people. Henry later decreed that every church in England was to possess a Bible of the largest size. This edition, first published in 1539, was called the Great Bible and rapidly went through 7 editions, 6 of which contained a preface by Thomas Cranmer, the Archbishop of Canterbury. Miles Coverdale served as general editor and used all previous editions of the English Bible to produce the Great Bible. 2 of the 3 individuals we have noted, William Tyndale and John Rogers, died as martyrs for the faith. Miles Coverdale would have also suffered the same fate, but was permitted to go into exile due to the intercession of the King of Denmark with Queen Mary Tudor. In his final words, William Tyndale prayed that the Lord would open the eyes of the King of England. By the beginning of the 1540s, Tyndale's goal for the plowboy and the English people to have the Scriptures in their own language was being answered.